Hello students, good morning. Welcome back to your 27th lecture of English Grammar of Essay 2. As we know that we had started lesson number 20 before 2 lectures, and the name of the lesson number 20 is Punctuation. Let's see what will we learn here in this lecture today. First of all, we will see the revise the previous knowledge. In this topic we will revise whatever the punctuation marks we already learnt in our previous lectures, right? Then we will move on to our next topic, and it is the comma. So we will learn about what is comma, then we will see the definition of comma, then we will see the uses of comma, then the next punctuation mark is exclamation. Today we are going to learn two punctuation marks, comma and exclamation mark. After learning about the comma, we will learn about the exclamation mark. What is an exclamation mark, its definition and its uses. So let's start. As we know that what is punctuation? Let's see the definition of punctuation just for revision. Punctuation is the system of signs, symbol given to a reader to show how a sentence is constructed and how it should be read. It means that by the punctuation mark, it is one kind of symbol, it is a one kind of sign. By using that sign or symbol, the reader and the writer both shows that how is the sentence constructed, right? Where we needed slightly pause, where we have to stop after the sentence. This type of punctuation marks help us to identification of this type of sentences. So sentences are the building blocks used to construct written accounts. It means not only for the reading purpose as well as for the writing purpose, the punctuation mark is also very important, and they are completing the sentence should be read and makes the meaning clear. It means that by using the punctuation mark, the sentence give the clear meaning of the particular sentence, right? And the most common punctuations, as we already know about the what are the common punctuation marks: full stop, capital letters, question marks, commas, exclamation mark, colon, semicolon, etc. But in this lesson we are going to learn about capital letter, full stop, commas, question mark and exclamation mark. About capital letters, full stop, commas and so we will learn about this punctuation marks, and we already learned about the capital letter, full stop and question mark, and today we are going to learn about commas and exclamation mark, and this is the last part of the lesson. So let's start the revision of this which we had learnt in our previous lectures. First is capital. How and in which cases we use the capital letter. First is capitalize the first word of every sentence and every new line of the poem, right? If it is a statement, if it is a simple sentence, the sentence always will start with the capital letter. And whenever we write the poem, at that time all the first word of all the lines of the poem will be capital. Then the second rule is capitalize the first word of the quoted sentence. When you are speaking about some third person to the second person, at that time the quoted sentence is there, and at that time the first word of the quoted sentence will be capital. The third rule is capitalize the names of the people. It means the name only, the people is it means the person, right? The now we can say that all the proper noun has been written with the capital letter. Next rule is capitalize the name of streets, cities, province, states and countries. As I told you that all the proper nouns will be begin with a capital letter. Next rule is capitalize the place or specific location. When we are talking about some place, some location, it is a name of a particular place. At that time we use the first letter capital. Capitalize words derived from the proper nouns. It means the all the proper nouns has been written with the capital letter. So next rule is capitalize the names of books, movies, arts, articles, etc. In this cases also we write the first letter in a capital form. Capitalize the pronoun I. As we learnt about I, wherever the I is in the sentence, in the beginning, in the middle of the sentence or at the end of the sentence, wherever the I is there as a pronoun, we will use I in a capital letter. Always I written in a capital letter. Okay, next rule is capitalize the interjunctions and accusations. And last rule is capitalize the opening and closing of a letter. When you are writing a letter to someone, then when you regards them, give regards to them, give dear Mary, your faithfully, this type of ending, opening and closing clause in a capital letter. So these are the rules of how to use capital letters in a different cases. Right? Let's move on. Now we will move on the next punctuation mark, and it is full stop. What is full stop? The full stop is very important part of the punctuation marks. Let's see the definition. The full stop is a punctuation mark placed at the end of the sentence. So just keep in your mind that full stop always put after the sentence, never put in between of the sentence or in the beginning of the sentence. Understand? Then the sign of full stop is like a dot. Just look at it. What is the sign of full stop, right? Why do we use a full stop? Do you know why do we use a full stop? Full stop is used for a longest pause, means big stop. Because whenever we speak or write the sentence, to give some space to continue with the next sentence, we have to take a big stop, big pause. At that time we put full stop. It is used to mark at the end of the sentence. So we understand that wherever the full stop is that in after the sentence, we understand we have to stop for a while and then start a second sentence. in a reading manner, and if we are writing, then full stop shows that here it is the end of the sentence. Let's see the uses of the full stop, where and which cases we use the full stop. Indicate when we use at the end of a sentence at a strong pause. Whenever we write the simple sentences, at that time we will put a full stop after every sentence. After abbreviations like AM and PM, as we learnt about that, when we are writing any word in a short form and we will take first word of two different words and make a short form of that time, at that time between these two words we put full stop. So it will be at that time we use full stop to make the word shorter, like AM and PM. Some words like goodbye, alright, hi, after this type of words we use also full stop. Then the another rule is after titles like Mr., Mrs. and Doctor, means we are some words we write in always in a short form, just like Mr. The spelling of Mr. is MISTER, right? But always we write Mr. in a short form, M as a capital letter and then R. So it is a short form of this Mr. So then at that time we use full stop to indicate that it is a short form of Mr. Then the another rule is after decimal points, means in a number. Have you remembered the example of it? I got 93 point means full stop, 65% in my last exam, right? So this way we use full stop. Let's see another rule of the full stop. At the end of declarative sentence, if you are telling about something that I will definitely do in after some time, it is a declaration of the sentence. At that time we put full stop after this type of sentence. For example, there is no place like home. It is a declaration that is my home is the best place for me. Let's see the another in numbers, when as we learnt about in a previous rule that whenever we have to mention it, one part is full and the another one is the some fractional part of the number with it, at that time between two numbers we have to put a full stop to show that first number is the whole part of the number and the another one is the fractional part of the number. Next is following abbreviations. It means that sometimes we write month in a short form, year in a short form, some words in a short form, for example etc., right? At that time EG, E.G, etc, at that time we use full stop to mention it is the short form of the another word. So these are the uses of the full stop. Now question mark. What is question mark? It is very important part of the punctuation mark while asking something. When we are asking something to someone, at that time our pronunciation also will be changed while speaking, and by using question mark, if we are writing the question, the sentence as a question, by the question mark, by the sign of the question mark, we will understand that it is the question, right? So let's see the definition. The question mark is a punctuation mark placed at the end of the question. So where we put the question mark? At the end of the question. Means if it is a simple sentence, at that time we use full stop, and if we are asking something to someone, at that time we use a question mark for our question, to show that we are asking something to someone, right? For example, have you remember any question? Yes. What is your name? How are you? Then by putting this question mark, we will understand that it is a question, right? When you are asking about something to someone is called question. The sign of the question mark is, this is the sign of the question mark. So wherever you ask the question, then after the sentence you have to put this sign. While you reading the question, you have to change your pronunciation. By your pronunciation, the another person will be understand that your sentence is in a question form, right? Let's see the uses of the question mark. What are the uses of the question mark? First is, we use question mark to end of a question. When we ask something to someone, at that time after the sentence, instead of full stop, if we are asking, then we will put question mark. Then we use question mark to end of a question, to end a direct question. It means that when we are asking something to someone directly, the second person is in front of us and we are asking him or her to about themselves, at that time we will use question mark. Then the next rule is, we use question mark in a series of questions. Means in a one sentence, if there are 2 or 3 questions in a same sentence, at that time we use question mark after every sentence. How are you? Then question mark. What are you doing? Then question marks. Are you all right? Then question mark. So this is the way in a sentence, if there are 2 or more than 2 questions are there, after every question we have to put a question mark. And then next rule is, we use question mark to end a tag question. Means a statement followed by a question. When in a first sentence it is a statement, but after the sentence, if there is a shortest question is there, you are very hungry, then it is a, you are very hungry. Are you? Then at that time you are very hungry is a statement, and after then are you is a question. So at that time after are you we will put question mark. Okay, so these are the uses of the question mark. So let's start. Our today's topic is comma. What is comma? Let's see. While a full stop ends a sentence, a comma indicates a smaller break. It means that if we use the full stop, at that time we understand that the sentence is completed, right? But while using comma, we have to take a little rest, little pause, smaller break. It is called the smaller break. After then we will continue our sentence. After a full stop, the comma is the most frequently used punctuation mark. Commas usually indicate that there is a brief pause in the sentence. It means that if we are talking about something, so many things are there in the sentence, so after one by one thing we have to take a small pause, small break in the sentence. At that time we have to put comma. Comma are used in differently depending on the situations. So in different situations we will use commas. Let's see the definition of comma. A comma marks a slight break between different part of the sentences used. Use properly, commas make the meaning of sentence clear by grouping and separating. The sign of comma is just like the possession sign. Have you remembered apostrophe sign? Yes. We already learnt about the difference between apostrophe and comma, right? So, comma is a small break while speaking, and while writing we just indicate that after a short break we will continue with the another word of the sentence. At that time we use comma. So we can say that the comma is used to separating the things in the sentence. Let's see the uses of the comma. The separate a series of words means maybe there are more than one noun, one or two nouns are there in the sentence. Maybe there are more than two adjectives, more than two verbs, or more than two adverbs in the sentence. At that time we will put comma to separate the name of the nouns, the name, adjectives, verbs and adverbs. How can it possible? Let's see the example. The fruit seller sells banana, mango, apple, grapes and pineapple. Here the fruit seller is a one person and he sells so many fruits. Which are they? Banana, mango, apple, grapes and pineapple. So there are more than 2 or 3 fruits here. So which punctuation mark will be applied here? First, the first letter of the sentence will be capital. Then how many fruits are there? More than 2 fruits are there. So at that time divide the fruits name. We will put comma after every name of the fruit. So the fruit seller sells, then we will write banana, then put comma, mango, then comma, apple, then comma, grapes and pineapple. Just remember one thing, wherever the and is there in the sentence we will not put comma before and, right? So let's see the answer. The fruit seller sells banana, mango, apple, grapes and pineapple. Here I have made a mistake here. So don't put comma before grapes. Next use of comma is to separate a series of phrases in the sentence. Series of phrases means there are, what is the meaning of phrase? Phrase means the short sentences, and if there are 2 or 3 sentences, short sentences in a one sentence means I like to read books, I like to watching movie, I like to bicycling, I like to drawing. These are the phrases. So if these type of phrases in a one sentence, at that time we have to put comma to divide them, to separate them. So let's see the example. I like to reading books, watching movies and solving the puzzles. Okay, as we know that the main basic rule of the punctuation mark is the first letter of the first word is capital. So I will be capital. Then like I like to reading books is one phrase. Then we will put comma. Then watching movies, and then will we put comma? No. Why? Because and is there. So we cannot put comma. Only one comma is there after reading books, and then after the sentence we will put full stop. So I like to reading books, comma, watching movies and solving the puzzles. So this is the second rule of the comma. Next is to use a comma and introductory word group or phrases. It means that if we are giving the answer by yes or no, so it is a introductory phrases. It is a very short sentence. Yes, no, I will not. Right? Then after the first introductory phrase, we will put comma, and the second next after the comma, whatever the word, whatever the letter is there, we will put this letter in a capital form. So what is the first sentence? Yes, we will do it, right? So what will be the answer? Y of yes will be capital. After yes we will put comma, then after comma which letter is there? W. Then we will put W is also as a capital, and after it we will put full stop. So what will be the answer? Let's see. Yes, comma, we will do it, full stop. Understand? Let's see another example. No, that is not true. So we have to just hold for a while speaking in a when there is a comma in the sentence, and then at that time if we want to speak this sentence, narrate this sentence, we have to stop for a while. No, that is not true. That's like, right? Let's see what will the changes. N of no will be capital, then put comma, then that T of that will be capital, and after that full stop. So this is the way we will write the comma in yes and no sentences with yes and no, right? Next rule is use comma to separate two sentences when they are joined by conjunctions. Conjunctions are the joining words. They join the sentences, two different sentences related one person or something else, right? So at that time we use comma. And conjunctions, which conjunctions? Like for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Means you have to just remember the name of fanboys. If you remember these fanboys, then you understand, and then you remember also the conjunctions very easily with this hinting words fanboys. So let's see the example how we use comma with the conjunction. He ran into the room and he chased a mouse. So here first letter of the sentence will be capital. Then what is the first sentence? He ran into the room is the first sentence. So after the first sentence we will put comma, and then we will write conjunction and the second sentence, and after the second sentence we will put full stop. So what will be the answer? H of he will be capital, then after room we will put comma, and then we will write the rest of sentence with a full stop. So this is the way we will use comma with the conjunctions. Let's see the next use. To use separate the name of city, state, country, date and year in address. If we are talking about I live in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, then after Ahmedabad we will put comma and then Gujarat and then full stop, right? If we are writing the date, at that time we will write 16th January 2021. So 16 after 16th January we will put comma and then 2010, then put full stop. Understand? So this is the way we will use comma in to separate the city, name of the city, state, country, date and year. Let's see the example. My uncle moved to Delhi from 10th October 2019. Here first letter of my will be capital. Then the Delhi is the proper noun, so we will write D as a capital letter, and then we will write after 10 October we will put comma and then 2019 and then put full stop. So let's see. My uncle moved to Delhi from 10th October, comma 2019. So by this way we will separate the name of city, state, country, date, year in address also. Right? Let's move on. The next is to separate parenthetical elements. It means that what is the meaning of parenthetical? Means separate two nouns, two phrases, the next to each other and refer for a same person. So we will use two different nouns for a single person or single noun or a thing. Noun means person, place, animal or thing, right? For a single noun, we will use two different nouns, two different names for a one person, one thing. At that time, we will use comma to separate them, and both the names are the next to each other. At that time, we use comma. Let's see the example. Kohli, the captain of the Indian cricket team, is a great batsman. Here, what is the parenthetical word? Kohli, and the another name is the captain of the Indian cricket team. It is the parenthetical elements, means name, right? The name of Kohli, and it is also the name of an Indian cricket team. Both are used for a person, one person. So what will be the answer? After Kohli we will put comma. The captain of the Indian cricket team is a great batsman, then put full stop. So this is the way to separate the parenthetical elements when we are talking about only one person or thing by using two different nouns. At that time we use comma. Next is to separate a statement from a tag question. As we know that what is a tag question? First is a simple statement, and after then in a last after the statement there is a short question in the sentence. At that time we will put comma. Let's do the work together, shall we? So here let's do the work together. After we will put comma, shall we, and then put question mark. Understand? So this is the way we will use commas in different situations. So now we are moving over the next punctuation mark, and it is the exclamation mark. What is exclamation mark and where we use exclamation mark? Let's see. The punctuation mark. This punctuation mark is used to express strong feeling or emotion. It is commonly used after the interjections. Whenever we have a strong feeling of happiness, sadness, excitement, surprise, at that time we use the exclamation mark. Let's see the definition of the exclamation mark. This punctuation mark is used to show the importance of the filling of the sentence. It can be used in the middle of the sentence or at the end of the sentence. It will never be used in the beginning of the sentence. After, in a middle of it is always used in the middle of the sentence or after the sentence. And the sign of the exclamation mark is, this is the sign of exclamation mark. It shows our strong feelings, strong expressions, strong emotions, right? And we will use it after the conjunctions or interjunctions. So, interjunctions, let's see uses of the exclamation mark. Uses to show shock, surprise, anger, or a raised voice. It means when you are angry, when you are surprised, when you are shocked, at that time, after some words, we will put exclamation mark, and that words are called the interjunctions. Wow, it is so big. So it is surprise, it is shocking, it's too good, it's too big. At that time we will write W, first letter as a sentence will be capital, and wow is the interjunction word. It shows the great feeling. So after that we will put exclamation mark, and after exclamation mark whatever the word is there, the first letter of that word will be capital, and after the sentence we will put full stop. So wow, it is so big. While speaking, we have to change the pronunciation according to the punctuation mark. When you are asking the question, your punctuation, your speaking, your tone will be changed. When you are speaking with the exclamation, with this form, exclamatory sentence, your pronunciation will be also changed at that time. There was a terrible accident. Here we are shocked with the accident. So how can we understand? How can we represent our strong feeling? There was a terrible accident by using our some great efforts in with the some words, and after sentence we will put exclamation mark. Then the next use is, the exclamation is used at the end of a strong command. Means strong command means what? It is a very short sentence. It's one kind shut up, stop, don't do this, keep quiet. This type of short sentences, short phrases, after that we will use the exclamation mark. Here I have given the very short example, stop, stop. It is this show you to warn but you can say, you can stop anyone else by raising your voice, right? Next rule is to use at the end of an interjunctions. As I told you, I told you that after interjunctions we will put exclamation mark. Let's see the example and understand how it is. Ouch, that hurts. It means it is paining sound. It feel very bad. So at that time, ouch is an interjunction, and after ouch we will put exclamation mark, and then after exclamation mark there will be a, whatever the first letter is there, it will be capital, and after then we will put full stop after the sentence, or we will also put the exclamation mark. So this is the way we will use comma and exclamation mark. So now we are able to understand how, where we put capital letters, where we put commas, where we put full stop, where we put question mark, exclamation mark, etc. So these 5 punctuation marks we already learnt in proper way. I hope you have understand all these 5 punctuation mark with properly with their uses. Thank you. Have a great day.